All right, all right. We'll get the September, first half of September done. We've got everything loaded. I'm going to reload. This one, and whoops, this one is the right one for Philly. So let's go. First half of September. Lancaster. Take a look at where they're at. Lancaster's in second place, trying to chase down Philadelphia. They're battling Carolina, who's a good team, but just tough competition over there. And Lancaster gets a key win. They're 2 games back of Philly now. Manchester smashing Washington as Manchester's trying to chase down Chicago. Who can get the bye? Gary, 6-0. On to Southside and Beantown, and Beantown with a key win. Beantown is just a half game back of Southside. They're fighting it out for that last playoff spot. Illinois comes into Lehigh, gets a win. Philly a win, and Edmonton beats Vegas. On to the second. Chicago. Lancaster wins. Manchester wins. All the teams that want to win keep winning. San Fran beats Gary. Southside upends Beantown, and now they've got a game and a half lead. Illinois beats Lehigh. Crystal Lake over Philly, and now Philly's lead over Lancaster is 1.5. Carolina, 9-3 win. On to the 13th we go. Union Steward shut out Chicago. Leaves hope for Manchester and Illinois to chase them down. Lancaster loses. San Fran a shutout. And Edmonton over Carolina. On to September 4th we go. Chicago wins. Illinois needs a win. They get it. Lancaster doesn't get a win. They're 2.5 back of Philly now. Crystal Lake upsets Southside. That leaves it open for Beantown and Philadelphia here. Lehigh loses to Manchester. Beantown and Philly, the back and forth, and Beantown wins, and they are a half game back. So these teams just beating each other up. Edmonton over Vegas. San Fran, Chicago, 5-0 winner. Washington beats Illinois. Illinois, do they have any hope of chasing down Manchester? It looks right now as it would sit, Manchester would host Illinois in a first round matchup. Lancaster, a 10-4 win. Hey, hey, Carlos is in. Welcome in. Give me good rolls, David says. We'll see. Southside wins. Manchester beats Lehigh. Philly over Beantown. They're back and forth. Edmonton beats Vegas. 7-6 Gary. Chicago gets beat. Illinois gets beat. Can Manchester win? Carolina beats Lancaster. Southside a winner. Manchester's beaten up on Lehigh big time. Philly over Beantown. Edmonton over Vegas, and Union Stewards over Gary. So here we go on Labor Day. Let's take a look here at the Labor Day matchups in the standings. So far, who's hot, who's not? Southside has rattled off 2 in a row. They're 8-2 in the last 10. Manchester 8-2 on a 5-game winning streak. Lehigh has lost 9 in a row. And I'm not even trying to do that. Pitching's not good. Vegas leading the way with the most lottery balls right now. So let's take a look. A game or 2.5 games, Beantown is out, trying to catch Southside. Manchester now just a game and a half behind Chicago. So Illinois looks like they're probably going to be third, if I had to guess. But can Manchester chase down Chicago? That's something to keep an eye on. Here we go. Illinois at Manchester. Oh, Illinois with a key win. Crystal Lake beats Beantown. Philly over Southside. Carolina winner, Chicago. Stewards over Gary. Lehigh beats Washington. Illinois in a doubleheader takes 2 from Manchester. Does that count as good rolls, David? Beantown a winner. Southside over Philly. Edmonton a winner, and Carolina 7-2. Take a look at what we've got going on. Philly Lancaster may be the game I actually do. Trying to get it down to where it's meaningful to watch, let's put it that way. So, on to the 8th. One game. Philly gets a win over Southside. On to the 9th. Illinois and Chicago. Chicago beats them. A lot of jockeying around, but not much changing here as far as the order in the standings. Lancaster a win. Manchester loses. Gary a win. Lehigh gets destroyed. Beantown a winner. Philly loses. And Edmonton. So on to the 10th we go. Let's take a look at where we're at. Philly now has a 3-game lead. Chicago a 4-game lead, trying to lock down that bye in the first round. Very important bye. And really the only thing is, can Illinois chase Manchester? Let's see. They get a win. Southside gets a win, beats Lancaster. Beantown probably hates to see that. San Francisco over Manchester. Manchester can't get a win when Illinois helps them. Stewards win. Beantown a winner. Philly a winner, and Edmonton. So on to the 11th we go. Chicago needs a win. They get it. Lancaster gets a win. Manchester gets a win. Can Illinois get a win? They do. Philly, they get a win. Can Beantown get their win? They do. How about Southside? They do. So nothing gives. No budging in it on the 12th. Illinois. Washington over Chicago. That leaves some room. Can Manchester get a win and get a little bit closer? Lancaster does. Manchester does. San Fran a winner. Philly wins. Vegas beats Beantown. So Beantown needs to win. That's a tough loss to Vegas. And Edmonton 12-9 over Southside. That helps Beantown. They're just a game behind them. Beantown and Lancaster. Beantown shuts them out. Tex Houston with the win. Chicago gets a win. Manchester needs, a rare win by Lehigh. Illinois a win. They're now just a game and a half out of Manchester. I think Illinois would love to have that home field advantage with their power hitters in the playoffs. Southside over Carolina. Crystal Lake. Lancaster beats Beantown. And Edmonton upsets Philadelphia. So on to the 14th we go. San Fran a winner. Lehigh upset Chicago. Manchester takes advantage by getting a win. Southside piles it on 22-3. Vegas over Crystal Lake, and Edmonton beats Philly again. No doubt irritating midlife crisis. Here we go. Washington gets beat. Lehigh shuts out Chicago. That means Manchester can close things in. Philly beats Lancaster. Manchester, a 6-1 winner. Illinois wins. Carolina winner. Vegas beats Southside. Now Beantown could use a win. And Edmonton playing the spoiler. And we are going to stop, zip it up, and then we'll have fun tomorrow as we wrap up September, highlight some really cool games as we get that mean anything. Don't want to waste time, but if people have some good meaningful games in there, we'll highlight them. Let's take a look at standings where we're at now. Who's on fire? Well, Edmonton 9-1. They've won 4 in a row. I don't know what the hell that's about. They got hot and they're playing the spoiler for some of these teams. Philly now with a 4-game lead. Southside in third, but Beantown's only 2 back. We'll take a look at that, their schedules at the end. Chicago only a 2-game lead over Manchester, and Illinois 4 back. That thing's wide open. Those 3 teams could flip around a few times before the end. So let's take a look at how everybody ends. Let's look at Beantown. Beantown. This is how Beantown will finish out. Beantown will be on the road. Another game at Edmonton Southside. Then they're home against Philly and Southside. Southside. Who are they playing down the stretch here? Southside will be at Vegas, and then Southside's got to be on the road. So it might give Beantown an edge having some home games there. Illinois and Manchester. What do we see here? Manchester coming down. Oh, they're going to get to play Chicago twice and Illinois, but they will be on the road and then finish home against a weaker Washington team. But those are some tough road games there. 3 at Illinois, 2 at Chicago. What's Illinois looking at? Illinois is looking. Oh, they get to come home. They're going to play Lehigh, which should bode well for them, home or away, right? They should win 3 out of 4 of those. But that game, really, their tough one here is going to be that 3 at home against Manchester. And Chicago, why aren't we playing the schedule we're looking at? I have no idea. I don't understand a word you just said. Do these chickens have talons? Um, Next games here for Chicago will be at home, then they're on the road with Union Stewards in San Francisco. So take a snapshot of the standings here, post them. Away we go. And I'll zip the file, get it cooking, and post it. And then everybody, hey, turn them in if you got them.